Ed Boon, Ed Boon, Ed Boon, don't be doing this again. See, Ed Boon just tweeted. Well, when this goes up, it'll probably be like hours from now. But for me, it's about 20 minutes ago. And Ed Boon tweeted, Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks needs and it's a poll that says remaster or sequel. Now, we've seen him tweet something like this about, I would almost say 7 months ago. Maybe, I probably got that wrong. But he tweeted out something along the lines of, what needs to be brought back, and it had Deception, Armageddon, Deadly Alliance, and Shaolin Monks, which was also a poll. I believe Shaolin Monks won that, and now we get the second part to this tweet months later, talking about, okay, well, what does it need, remaster or a sequel? Now, I've heard some people say that he's known to troll and do that, and you know when he trolls and you know when he doesn't, because the thing is, the way Ed Boon works with the things that he does, Mortal Kombat related or even Injustice related, he gives you what everyone wants to see, and everyone like gives you little cryptic details, and then he drops them, and they're like little crumbs there, and he leaves them there for months on end, letting y'all speculate and letting you do the thing that we've always done with Mortal Kombat, and even like just other stuff in that realm. And it's not exactly trolling. It's more of just, you got to be patient and waiting for whatever it is that he's, giving us to manifest. And a lot of people has been waiting for the next Mortal Kombat, but a lot of people's also been asking for remakes of these older games, which I wouldn't mind an Armageddon, but I definitely wouldn't mind a Shaolin Monks either. Shaolin Monks is by far one of my favorite games playing growing up, as well as just one of the best co-op related Mortal Kombat games you can possibly play. Playing as Kung Lao and Liu Kang through an entire kind of, well, quote unquote open world story, and just playing with your friend, and it was couch gaming at the time, but still playing with your friend, doing fatalities, trying to keep a combo alive, finding all these secrets, like facing a secret boss battle in, Ermac or Kano or just, along these lines, and it was awesome. It was awesome to play. But then you do certain amount of things, and I think if you just beat it, if I'm not mistaken, you just beat the game. I could be wrong because it's all in my head, but it's becoming hazy because it's been so long. But then you play through as Scorpion and Sub-Zero, and given they still have Liu Kang and Kung Lao's voice, but they have their own fatalities with them, and it's really cool to see. But they even had this little versus mode where you could play against each other, and I believe you could play as even Johnny Cage and all that in these little versus modes as well. But just everything about Shaolin Monks was amazing, and Ed Boon's doing it to us now, where, like I said, he dropped the crumb months ago, and now he's dropping a little bit more crumbs, talking about, well, what do you want? Now, me personally, I would love a sequel. However, I could take whatever, just take whatever they decide to give me, but a sequel would probably be more beneficial, because you get just a way better version, you'd hope. Now, I don't know, we get these games that we think we love, later on down the line, and they mess them up, but you'd hope that they would make it 20 times as better as what we remembered, because Shaolin Monks, I haven't played in a very long time. Does it hold up? Maybe. I enjoy watching people play it, and it still looks like it holds up, but a sequel would be great, because they can keep it if they decide to with just Liu Kang and Kung Lao. But the question is, what story does it follow? Because I don't even know if the storyline of Shaolin Monks is canon in any way, because I'm not sure where it takes place anymore in the realm of the Mortal Kombat mythos. So if they were to make a sequel, would it follow the events of Shaolin Monks, or would it follow the events of something that's happened in the canon of the mythos right now? Like, will we get Elder God Liu Kang, but with, the great Kung Lao and maybe someone else? But like, you could have it mirror where Raiden was guiding Liu Kang and Kung Lao, but in the sequel, if we follow MK11, that kind of the DLC version, like the different storyline, different ending, I should say, where Liu Kang is before the great Kung Lao, which please let that be the ending that we go on to, because I need the great Kung Lao in an actual playable form. But you could then have Elder God Liu Kang, or I should say Fire God Liu Kang, but he's an Elder God. That's just how he is. That's what he's going by now. But Fire God Liu Kang, whatever you want to say. I'm just gonna call him Liu Kang though. I ain't putting the extra God in there. He ain't getting that from me. I'm Kung Lao stand till to dad. Nah, even though you know, Kung Lao dies more times than he lives. But, you know, that's the way the Kung Lao stands are. We got to deal with this, but we're going to have our come up soon. Trust. But you could have Liu Kang take the place of where Raiden was in Shaolin Monks, and then have the great Kung Lao and whoever they decide to have alongside him have that co-op be. Now, obviously, this is where it kind of gets where I think people would rather have the sequel to the original Shaolin Monks, because then you just have Liu Kang and Kung Lao, which I think are some of the most popular characters in Mortal Kombat in general. So, I mean, you could follow the storyline of that. I just don't know what they would do exactly, because, I mean, I guess they could do Shinnok. You could get in there and do Shinnok, and they could probably do Shinnok way better than they did it in MK10, in my opinion. I think Shinnok got kind of shafted in his storyline, you know, for being the way he should have been. It was bodying literally everyone except for, it's just shouldn't have lost against Cassie Cage, is all I'm going to say. I'm leave it at that. But you could do a sequel in terms of giving us this Shinnok storyline and then having us do co-op around that kind of deal and see how that goes. But a remaster would work too, because a remaster, I mean, now here's the thing. I think remaster got to be in quotations because of the fact that game is so old now. I think they would literally have to build that probably from the ground up. So it's going to be more like a remake, because I mean, I think you literally have to build that from the ground up to even make it price sustainable for these new consoles and even last gen consoles, to be quite fair. But you could have they could just bring everything back and have it great, and I'd play that too. I'd play through a remaster of Shaolin Monks. I'd do it, because I mean, it was just a great game, and I don't see any version they give us being not something people want. I've seen in the replies to the tweet, I've seen both. I've seen sequel a lot, and I've seen even a remaster they're okay with. But all in all, it seems like people would be happy with, quite frankly, whatever Ed Boon would decide to give them. Now, I will say, where they're going, because it does seem like even for MK12, I feel like we're going to get, that was like a soft reboot depending on the ending that we get in the DLC and where they decide to go from there, which ending they decide to take. But it seemed like it was a soft reboot in terms of you're going back to the very start with the great Kung Lao, but where that goes from there is a retelling, but with instead, I don't think there'll be a Liu Kang in this world. There could be, but it seemed like Liu Kang is just going to be the fire god Liu Kang, and he'll be doing the job of what Raiden did, probably better in my opinion. I think Liu Kang as the god, he's more clear-headed and willing to do what must be done, while Raiden did what must be done recklessly though, and also caused, I think, more death than needed to be, like, that just needed to happen. I think Raiden he did his job, he did it well, but there was too many casualties on his part. But I'm definitely curious where they go in terms of Mortal Kombat 12 as well as Shaolin Monks, because like I said, I don't know where Shaolin Monks lands in canon or not canon, but regardless what we get, I will play and I'll be excited for it. But we definitely need a new Shaolin Monks. I would take it, like a new Shaolin Monks in any way. It just doesn't matter. I'll take whatever Ed Boon gives, as long as it's a good product. I don't want a shit product, because if you fumble Shaolin Monks, oh, the community's gonna come after you, because Shaolin Monks is one of the most beloved titles in all of MK. Like, it's what everyone loves. That's one of the godlike classics. When people talk about games like fighting, well, at least in the Mortal Kombat era, you talk about that game in particular. You talk about that one, because that one's really good. Even the opening cutscene is great. Like, we don't really even get opening cutscenes that are, well, I don't even think do we even get opening cutscenes in general anymore for Mortal Kombat? I don't remember. Because yeah, if I'm not mistaken, I don't think we've gotten a single opening for the past at least 3 Mortal Kombats, in my opinion. I could be wrong, but I don't remember them. But I definitely remember the one for Shaolin Monks. If that was an opening. I think that was an opening. Or maybe that's the opening when you start the game, which still counts as opening cutscene, but then I guess technically they all have that. But all in all, Shaolin Monks needs to happen. So let me know down in the comment section below what you guys think. Do you want a new Shaolin Monks, or do you wish they would do a different game, or do you just want MK12? But just let me know your thoughts down below. And if you guys did enjoy this video, leave a like, subscribe, and you guys know the drill. I will see you guys later.